So this is vlog 2 of week 2 of the project. This whole week I've really just been researching and just trying to expand on what I've done within my research already to try and make everything better really within it. So Monday, as it's our day off, I decided to kind of make this my filming day. I'll be filming these vlogs and everything on Mondays, and then I'm going to be editing them, well, hopefully getting most of the editing done out of the way. And then, really that's all my Monday was, just filming this, editing it, and then, just kind of trying to make it all look decent. As you know, it's like FMP, so gotta look okay. So that's really all Monday was. Next day. So on Tuesday, I was writing up the responses I got from my practitioner, as I had already collected it all, but I hadn't actually put it all on my blog and everything. I was typing all of that stuff up, making sure it would look good on my blog. I added this to my primary research I'd already done on him with my tertiary and quantitative qualitative, so I really had the whole big bundle of research, I guess, on this one guy. Yeah, no, that turned out pretty good, I think, the practitioner research. I also finished off editing my vlog. I had almost done it on Monday, and there was a couple of things that needed tweaking because audio didn't match up, and then I also wanted to include some little graphics, stuff in the corners of just the people I'm talking about, everything to kind of make it more interesting and actually make it engaging and not just look like I'm talking to a camera, because it's pretty boring, I think. So Wednesday, Charlie gave us this really useful sheet which had all the sort of cuts and transitions which are used in the film industry. So this was very helpful, as it kind of gave us all of the transitions and cuts and everything we'll be including within our work. Yeah, I really spent the whole day just thinking and researching into different sort of transitions on which ones I should use, which ones I shouldn't use, which ones would suit my thing and which ones wouldn't. Yeah, I filled out the sheet and then I put it all on the blog. He also gave us a video with it, which kind of gave us an in-depth sort of analysis on each one of the cuts and what they can do, what they should be used for, and so that was really helpful. Sort of allowed me to get an idea of what else I can do with my video instead of just having stock cuts, I guess. It looks good though. So Thursday was the day I sort of decided to really focus in on my target audience. My target audience, I wanted to be sort of teens to young adults, people who would understand my videos and kind of actually be engaged in what I'm hopefully going to create. So I decided to look into them, into what they would want and what sort of things that I could do to, enhance their viewing experience. No, what I could do to sort of make a decent video which they would enjoy and I think is cool and people wanna, I don't know. With my target audience then, I decided to actually go and talk to some teens and I know my parents and stuff to see what they would enjoy in a video. So it was kind of what I expected, where older people tend to enjoy sort of slower, more dull, sort of greys and blacks and all that when it comes to music videos. But teens such as Joe and Ben and me, we all prefer things which are bright and kind of fast-paced and just something which we find more interesting. Friday I was researching into the costs and budgets I would have if I was making this a professional film. So I was looking into what slow motion cameras I would need, white vinyl backgrounds, tripods, all that sort of stuff that I would need if I was making this professionally. Turns out my cost was around £168 a day to rent out all the equipment. I don't think it's too much if I was doing it professionally, but I certainly don't have that budget at the moment. So no, I guess that was just really interesting to look into what I would need to do and what I wouldn't need to do if I was doing it professionally. I also looked into what I'm going to need to actually create mine. So obviously I've got all of the equipment on hand really, where I can just kind of rent it out whenever I need to really. But I was looking into sort of smoke grenade prices, because I want to take one of those up to Holden and get some cool shots with it hopefully. Looking into paint prices, ink prices, just all of that sort of stuff to hopefully make a video that looks cool and not very amateur. I hope. So then Sunday was really just me looking into editing styles and like what I can do again. So I was looking into more Justin, can't remember his second name again. I was looking into some of the work he's done, and he's got a bunch of effects I'm really like hoping to include. There could be some like cool ones coming up here and here and here. I don't know, so I'm hoping to include like some of those. Yeah, no, I think they'll like really actually enhance my work greatly. Like, I think it would make it look more professional and more thought out, instead of just like stock cuts and then always sort of like the same thing where the ink's like shooting in. Like, I could obviously have one coming in from the top and the bottom at like the same time, like mirror flipping it and stuff, but I think these sort of effects could make every other shot sort of more interesting. Like, I have some ideas on what I could do, but this sort of thing I think is more advanced and possibly help me get to like a distinction if I needed to or something like that. Sunday was really just me conducting surveys of the target audience. I had already sort of identified what I wanted my target audience to be, but now I wanted to look into what they wanted to see, sorry. I'd already identified what I wanted my target audience to be. This was kind of like looking into what they wanted. All the young people that answered it were going on about how they preferred these sort of like ink drop, bright colours, like dull backgrounds, makes things really stand out, fast pace, sort of edit to the beat, like they enjoyed all that sort of stuff. But then when the older people answered it on my Facebook, they were all saying like, oh, I prefer the dull, slower, more kind of, I don't know, I guess traditional styles of music videos. My target audience though said they preferred these certain things, so hopefully what I produce should interest them and should actually be fairly decent. But yeah, no, I think that's it for second vlog. Can't think of anything else I need to include. So yeah.